South Korea is a mysterious and intriguing country, which doesn't have all that much in common with the West at times. People who visit this gorgeous country often come home feeling they have been in another world. And who could blame them when things can be so different? Boryeong Mud Festival. Every July in South Korea, the people get together and have a big mud festival. It's probably the best way to have some fun and cool down from the summer heat. The small city of Boryeong is just 2 hours away from Seoul, and every year people from all over the world come to get themselves covered in gray mineral clay, which is said to rejuvenate the soul. It's a great way to stay protected and keep cool from the hot summer sun. The event takes place on a beach where thousands of people gather to dance, get covered in cool mud and clay, and there's even some really fun mud wrestling events where everyone gets covered head to toe in mineral clay. Other fun things include a mudslide contest, King of the Mud contest, and judging who is the muddiest. It's a lot of slippery, wet and wild fun. Winning and dining inside a camera. The dreamy Camera Cafe, about 60 miles outside of Seoul, is one of the most popular spots on TripAdvisor, and that's no surprise. This cute, family-run cafe is the only place in which you can enjoy coffee and cheesecake inside of a camera. Even better, it also houses some quirky and interesting memorabilia. The story behind the cafe and its proprietors too is truly wonderful. The flavorsome collection of drinks and snacks are a reason to stay, but people come here because, really, this is something which is only possible in South Korea. Climbing inside a 5-story garlic clove. Treasure Island Garlic Land boasts that it's the only garlic museum in South Korea, but chances are it's the only garlic museum anywhere. Even if you don't like garlic, you can visit this museum. It's not compulsory to eat any while you're here. Found in Namhae-gun, Gyeongsang-hamdo, Treasure Island Garlic Land is 5 stories of information about the history of garlic in South Korea. You can even learn a little about the Daegun myth, Korea's creation story, as garlic is mentioned in it. The front desk also sells some local products and produce if you wish to take a souvenir away with you. Turning into a princess just for lunch. Themed cafes are all the rage right now. Across the world, you will find dog, cat, and even raccoon cafes. Yes, this one is also in Seoul. But a princess cafe is unusual. The Princess Diary Cafe in Seoul lets you live out your fantasies of being royalty, even if it is just for a short time. You can try on a number of dresses, take pictures, and generally lounge about the cafe, feeling utterly divine for a few hours. They have only a few rules, and these most pertain to the condition of the dresses. When in a dress, you should refrain from eating and drinking, changing your makeup, or going to the restroom, as they are pretty nice and the proprietors don't wish them to be damaged. Nonetheless, you can have a delightful photo op, then step out of the gown to enjoy treats fit for royalty. Even princesses wear casual clothes sometimes. See Buddhist hell firsthand. Bugak, Hawaii is an unusual and unique place which is 1 part hot springs, 1 part amusement park, and 1 part Buddhist hell. That's right, this resort, established in 1983, houses statues which depict torture, beheadings, and all-around gruesome murder by monsters, alongside its more relaxing services. These images can be found at a hill on the premises themselves. Hey, macabre can be fun too, right? Take a spin on the fantastic rides, relax after a long day in luxurious springs, and then admire some of the most disturbing art anywhere. Eating sweet potato in every course. South Koreans love their sweet potatoes. This is why you can find sweet potatoes in almost any dish on a menu. Seriously, you can find sweet potatoes in breads, salads, desserts, and even as a pizza topping. If you go out for dinner in Seoul, you could potentially eat a sweet potato in every course of your meal without noticing. In fact, if you're a coffee lover, you could even try a sweet potato latte. Move aside, pumpkin spice. High school libraries are open all hours. South Korean society places great importance on academic performance. Kids in grade school are pretty much expected to partake in extracurricular activities. High school kids, too, are expected to work harder than their Western counterparts. Some high school kids will study until 1 or 2 a.m. This is unheard of in Western culture, but it may be why South Korean children tend to score higher on their tests. In order to ensure that high school kids can keep up with their obligations, high school libraries commonly stay open 24 hours per day. Can you imagine this taking off in the USA or Europe? Soldiers marching through cherry blossoms. Between April 1st and 10th in Changwon City, South Korea, you can see something truly extraordinary. A military marching band and orchestra makes its way through the streets of Jinhae-gunhangi, the city of spring, every year to commemorate the Cherry Blossom Festival. There are about 340,000 cherry trees here, so you can imagine just how ethereal and beautiful the streets look. This gentle beauty makes it all the more awe-inspiring and strange to see a ceremonial military orchestra marching through the flower-filled city. Pregnant women always get a seat. In South Korea, pregnant women experience a level of respect that is not common in the West. Pregnant women in South Korean cities benefit from unique privileges designed to incentivize family building. Pregnant women enjoy special seats on public transit systems. There are seats daubed pink, which are reserved especially for pregnant women. Women in early pregnancy are also given electronic key rings which sense when they are close to such seats. The sensors light up a bulb which lets any person sitting in the chair know that a pregnant woman needs the seat. Pregnant women in South Korea also get 500 won on a prepaid card to spend on essential and healthcare, and have special parking spaces that they can continue to use for the first few months after their child's birth. South Koreans treat pregnant women with respect, care, and consideration that we don't often see in the West. Can you imagine how much different our lives would be if every single nation in the world gave their pregnant women the same benefits and privileges? Macho men wearing makeup. Though South Korean culture places emphasis on the idea of manliness, nonetheless it is common for South Korean men to wear makeup. Not just a touch of eyebrow pencil either, but the whole works. Foundation, eyeshadow, primer, highlight, and contour are all in use for Korean men. More than 20% of South Korean men use makeup on a regular basis, and because the job market is so competitive, many more will use it for job interviews so that they can look flawless. Toilet paper can be a gift. No, this is not the start of a crude joke. In South Korea, practical gifts are very welcome. So if you move to a new house and throw a party, don't bother stocking up on the basics. In all likelihood, your guests will bring you laundry detergent, toilet paper, or cleaning supplies. It's very likely they will bring a lot of them too. If you think about it, this is a very practical and thoughtful thing to do, as it can take some of the small stresses out of your life when you first move in. All countries should adopt this tradition. Plastic surgery is seen as normal. While plastic surgery is not a taboo in many countries in the world, it is also not a common thing to see advertised or have people openly admit to. In South Korea, however, it is not only common but seen as entirely normal to have advertisements for plastic surgery in public places or even on TV. The most common and desired surgeries are blepharoplasty or double eyelid surgery, rhinoplasty or a nose job, epicanthoplasty or eye widening, forehead augmentation, and V-line jaw reductions, which involve breaking the jaw in 3 places to get a more heart-shaped face. No pain, no gain, or so it seems. Trying food before you buy is normal. In supermarkets in the West, it is not common to try foods before you buy them. There may sometimes be samples laid out for people to enjoy, but these tend to cover only specific products. In South Korean supermarkets, however, it is common for shoppers to simply try produce before they buy it. This attitude extends to many different products, from fruits and vegetables to cheeses and delicatessen foods. Furthermore, there is no one to vet how much produce people try before they buy. This level of trust in the consumer is something that could only really be possible in South Korea. Playing in poo-poo land is a good idea. Yes, you did hear that correctly. In South Korea, you and your beau or your family can play in poo-poo land without shame. Because Poo-Poo Land is a 3-story museum. Found in Seoul, Poo-Poo Land is a fun and quirky place that mixes whimsy with facts. You can learn all you ever, or maybe never, wanted to know about human waste, as well as take part in a poo obstacle course. There's even a slide designed to resemble an intestine. Remember to stop and make the most of the numerous photo opportunities dotted around Poo-Poo Land, and have a wish in the wishing chamber pot. Mining for inspiration. Lovers of the most obscure, creepy, and creative art installations in the world may already know about the Samtam art mine in South Korea. For those who are not in the know, this attraction is the only art gallery to be found in an abandoned mine anywhere in the world. The Samcheok mine was opened in 1962 and brought prosperity to the area. However, it closed in 2001 when demand for coal waned. In order to bring fortune back to the area, the mine was converted into a unique space for modern art. Many of the workers' areas now stand as a testament and memorial to those who lost their lives and livelihoods in the mine. The mine is said to hold over 100,000 works of art from all over the globe and makes use of its unique locale by showing the most beautiful features of the mine shafts. If you want to know more about the weird and wonderful locales on our planet, remember to hit that button to like and subscribe so we can keep you in the loop.